Good morning, students, and welcome back to today's session. In today's session, we will be discussing about profile of Indian agriculture, and this is one of the last chapters of economics this year. This is in this chapter we will discuss on various aspects of agriculture or rural development. In particular, we discuss in detail the issues of agriculture marketing. As we all know that Indian economy is a developing economy. It's the fastest developing economy. And we know agriculture is the largest and the most important sector of the Indian economy. It is the backbone of Indian economy. It is the major source of livelihood for the people and an important source of income of the economy. Agriculture plays an important role. It has a vital role in Indian economy. Major portion of the population, majority of the people depends or they do agriculture work. More than it was in the initial stage, more than 80% of the people they depend on agriculture. Gradually, when there is an economic development occur, this proportion is vary, slightly changed. Even then, our economy is mainly concentrated on or the maximum contribution towards national income from agriculture sector. Therefore, we need to study the importance of agriculture in Indian economy, the role of agriculture in Indian economy. It plays a major part share in the national income, the contribution towards national income of the country, of especially our country from agriculture sector. Of course, we face or we see a fall in the share of national income, but the contribution from agriculture sector is not that much changed. Industrial development we can see. Even then, the contribution of agriculture sector from agriculture sector towards the national income is much more. Agriculture also plays, or this agriculture sector also is considered as the main source of employment in our country. Main source of employment in our country. The major source of employment in our country. Many people, they do their work in agriculture sector. It provides a lot of employment opportunities towards the people. Around 43% of working force is mainly dependent on Indian agriculture. It is also regarded as the main source of food grains in India. Food grains, the population increases very rapidly. Population increases very rapidly. Therefore, the demand of food grains also increases rapidly. Very fast rate it increases. Agriculture in India has played an important role in meeting all these demand of the people or in meeting all these demand of the food grains. The production of food grains in India is much more. Yet we are not self-sustained in nature. If India is self-sustained in nature, we need not to worry about the products. We are showing the fastest development, the fastest progress in all these economic entities, especially in agriculture sector, but still we are facing the problem that we are not self-sustained. We are unable to provide, the Indian economy or Indian agriculture sector is unable to provide sufficient enough of food grains towards this rapid growing population. Our country is almost self-sufficient, but not fully. Almost self-sufficient in food grains, and it no longer depends on import of food grains. That is the reason we are proud of as an Indian. It also plays an important role like supply of raw materials to industrial sector. For the industrial development, agriculture sector provides various resources, various sources, various raw materials towards the growth of industrial development in India, such as industry like sugar industry, vanaspati industry, food processing industry, jute industry, textile industry, agro-based industries. All these industries are mainly depend on agriculture sector. We are getting such resources, variables from agriculture sector. The higher rate of growth of agriculture sector production would contribute to higher rate of growth of industrial sector. It's a fact. In India, it is a fact that if we observe the industrial progress in India, it is because of the agricultural progress. Industrial progress development is compulsory, or it is basically based on the raw materials provided from the agriculture sector. Therefore, our agriculture sector has an important role. We cannot simply ignore the agriculture sector. The problems that Indian farmers faces or struggles, we discuss later immediately after. Indian economy or our agriculture sector plays an important role for, or it is a market for industrial products. Lot of industrial products. There is a large number of demand for chemicals, tractors, fertilizers, pesticides, etc. using from the agriculture sector. This has stimulated the development of industries producing these inputs. Agriculture sector also helps us to earn foreign exchange, foreign money, foreign dollar, foreign currencies. When we give much priority of producing commodities, one which have more demand on the various developed or developing countries, may lead or may take us towards to earning the foreign currencies. Once we export these highly demanded products from India, in the case of, for instance, in the case of cotton textile industries, if you observe, we can see that there are various products, cotton products, one which has highly demand in the foreign countries like muslin in Dhaka, Kanchipuram Banaras saris, Chennai silks saris. Such products are very famous. You know that. The role of trade and transport in the agriculture sector. Agriculture sector provides a major support to transport system and internal trade of the economy. Railways and roadways, especially railways and roadways, secure bulk of their business from movement of food grains and raw materials from place to place. Therefore, agriculture sector has a significant source, or it is considered as a significant source of demand for transport services. It's also considered as to earn more revenue. It's a good source of earning government revenue. Government receives a lot of various revenue from agriculture sector, like what the charges imposed on Indian Railway for carrying the agriculture products from one sector to or one particular state to the another sector. That is a good source of the government. Directly and indirectly, agriculture sector helps the government to earn money. Thus, it's obviously said that, it's obviously proven that agriculture occupies a central place in the Indian economy. So let us discuss what is uh, the agriculture marketing. The term agriculture marketing, as we have discussed a few points as an introductory part of role of Indian agriculture, we can discuss what is meant by agriculture marketing. Agricultural marketing. Agricultural marketing. What is meant by agricultural marketing? Marketing of agriculture produce involves several activities such as collection and storage of agricultural products. Collect and storage of agricultural products and transport these goods from one market to another market. Grade the commodities, various types of commodities, and standardization of these various products, and selling the productive at a lucrative price, which is acceptable price towards the producer. A product must be marketed, a product must be sold in various ways. Agriculture marketing, normally marketing, digital marketing, online marketing. This 21st century, we are witnessed with these types of marketing, especially at this time during this pandemic situation. People do not like to come out from the home due to these diseases, but they highly depend on the online marketing, or through the marketing they're receiving various types of products. Agriculture marketing is also such a system that provides, that involves of all these various activities, like categorizing the various commodities according to the quality of the goods, give a good standard of this good, put a price on those goods, like that. A good marketing system is very essential to mobilize agricultural surplus in the form of food grains and raw materials to feed urban population and industries. Let us discuss what are the various or main defects of agriculture marketing in India. Very fastly, we will be discussing the defects of agriculture marketing. Defects. Defects. The first important defect is says that lack of collective bargaining. Lack of collective bargaining. Bargaining. What is bargaining? Why do we bargain, or when we bargain? Being here a consumer, suppose if you enter in any shop to purchase one commodity, normally after hearing the price we like to bargain. We ask the shop owner to reduce the price, because we need to get a satisfaction that the price, okay, we face or we feel the price is too high, so it cannot be bear, so please reduce the price. This is what is bargaining. We have that capacity. Every consumer, every producer, every sellers or every buyers, they have this bargaining capacity. Similarly, in agriculture marketing system in India, they are facing various types of defects as a result of this, which farmers are not able to get their fair prices. And that is why one of the reasons is lack of collective bargaining. They are unable to bargain. There are millions of small farmers who are not united. They are not united while selling the products, while selling their products. And because of this, what happens? The bargaining power of the farmers or the traders is very low. As a result, they get low price of their commodity. They are not united, they are not together, they are not set together to us to get any particular price, and therefore they compelled to sell their products at low prices as their bargaining power is very low. Because the season result says that all these small farmers are not united in, they are not united by selling their produce products. This is the reason. The second reason says that multiplicity of intermediaries, multiplicity of intermediaries in between. Suppose if I am a producer and I need to take my products towards the market, in that process there are many intermediaries, the people who come and who help to take us to take all those commodity produced towards the market. There are so many middlemen, like wholesale to the resale, wholesale people, wholesale merchant, retail, farmers, commission agents, between the farmers and the consumers. Many people you may see, and the product, what is produced by a producer, is reaching in the market through all these, the hands of this middlemen, and therefore finally the product is sold by high prices. The actual price that is purchased from the farmer directly will be very less. If suppose the price of 1 kilo potato is rupees 40 rupees, that is what the market price that you have purchased or we have purchased. The actual price that the tomato or the potato has purchased from the producer by 5 or 10 rupees. Why these products prices are too high in the markets? The reason is multiplicity of intermediaries. There are wholesalers, retailers, producers, middlemen. Okay, so many other people who interfere in that. They all need to get the profit. They all need to get their money, and that is the reason such products or the actual price is much higher in the market. As a result, what happened? There is a big difference between the price realized by the farmers and the price paid by the consumers. Consumers are paying 40 rupees per kilo of tomato. The actual price what is purchased from the producer is maybe 10 rupees. This has happened due to this problem. Keep in mind, it is one of the defects. And another thing that distrust sale. Can note it down. Distrust sale. Distrust sale. What does it mean? An average Indian farmer is forced to sell his or her products in the market immediately after the cultivation. You know why? The reason is that farmer or that producer is unable to bear the money that is being carried from or taken from the bank as loan. Immediately they need to repay the loans because they are poor farmers. They can't wait with their products till the time when they get high prices in the market. And because of that, what happens? They immediately sell all their products in the market with very cheap price or low price. This is really pathetic situation. This is the real condition that Indian farmers faces. But if I'm rich enough, I may not be basically do the agriculture work. But I'm poor, I'm a farmer. Generally, I may not have that much money to lead a cozy life. So whatever commodity that I produce in the community, immediately I compel to sell because I have to repay such a huge loan. Otherwise, interest will increase. The principal amount will be much more, and with this reason. So they couldn't hold their products for a long time to sell it, right? Then another point we can see is lack of grading. Lack of grading. What is mean by grading? According to the quality of the commodity, goods are being classified. First grade, second grade, third grade. First grade quality, the qualitative products are generally having high prices in the market, and normally that will be exported towards the foreign countries. But when they do not, they face the problem of classifying this commodity. They, without classifying their products, they compel to sell those products in the market. What is happening there? Those products may include good quality products and bad quality products. The another people who have taken that will be classified those products and categorized according to the quality and then price variation. This cannot be done, or this may not be done by the farmers but the intermediaries, because they were unable to grade their products according to the quality. This gives a lot of scope to the merchants and traders to exploit the farmers. They are being badly exploited or vehemently exploited in various ways. And another one we can say that is lack of storage facility. Lack of storage facility. Storage. What do you mean by storage? Warehouses or godowns. They don't have the sufficient place or godowns or storage facility to keep their commodity what is produced. This, due to this, often forces them, the farmer, to sell their products immediately or at the time when they brought in the market or when they cultivate. So when the supply of those commodities are much more in the market, there can be a position that price of these commodities are very cheap because excess of supply, as they don't have any places to keep or any places to store those commodity. They compel to sell in the market. Therefore, excess supply comes in the market, and excess supply of this commodity may reduce the prices, and the farmers, truly speaking, they are getting very less price in the products. This is a problem. Lack of transport facility, another one. Transport facility. They don't have sufficient transport facilities. And due to this, what is happening? The produced commodities are carried by the outdated transport facilities like bullock carts. Okay, they uses this type of moving transport like bullock carts, and they can't cover so much kilometers or distance, so long distance. They can't take those commodities from one market to another market because of this. And what happened? They take those commodities by the means of bullock carts and to the nearby markets, and where they compel to sell, and they may not be getting a fair price to their products. This is the reason one that we face. The farmers face, in the farmers are facing so much of problems. Lot of problem these days. At present, it is happening. Okay, in Delhi, farmers from Punjab, they are together and they are making a strike against the different laws, which is not good, which is made good, not good for the farmers. Because when they face all these defects in the agriculture marketing system, they are very poor in nature. And one more point, it says that malpractices in unorganized markets. Malpractices. What do you mean by malpractices? There are several malpractices in the by traders, like underweight, uh, clandestine taxation. What does it mean? It is kept in a secret place or in an improper way. Okay, market charges and fees. These are the different malpractice or different way that the farmers are being exploited. So such cases they need to take, or the government has to take various measures to stop such malpractices. These are the various defects that Indian farmers faces. So finally, we could say that the lack of market knowledge, they do not know, they were unaware about the variation happening in markets of this different price of the commodity. The traders and commission agents take advantage of the ignorance of the farmers. They were ignorant. That ignorance is very beneficial towards those traders because they are getting a lot of chances to exploit them by buying their products produced at low prices. So these are various defects of agriculture marketing in India. I request you to read the poem. It's an important part. What is mean by agriculture marketing and what are the defects of agriculture marketing in India? Can be asked. So you read that part very clearly, try to understand. If you have any clarification or any doubts regarding this particular part, you can ask by next class or when you come to the doubt clearing session in the school. Okay, then we will be discussing the next part by next class. Okay, then bye.